Guys, I have terrible news. The M&M stairs, they're no more. They have ceased to be. The biggest in-joke in this whole park is gone. I feel stabbed in the heart right now. I feel like the castle just got taken out of Disneyland. I feel like this is the M&M stairs gave the park its identity. No, I don't really care that much, but yeah, now I'm not going to be able to make it a running gag to take a picture of it anymore every time I come here. Well, I was wondering how long it would take for this to happen. Looks like everything, the interesting thing is, like, you know, those waves on there, it looks like it's literally like on an off-the-shelf carnival sort of trailer. So, yeah, Pepe Le Pew, this will probably be the very last time that he will be gracing me with his presence in this park. Kind of sad. Then when you look over here, you have the former footprint of the Daffy's Deep-Side Divers ride. And then, you know what? I can even take you further. Over here, we have the Acme Waterworks show. Not show, but water play area back in the day. So, yeah. And yet we still have that tiny little Bugs Bunny pirate ship back there. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, Monsoon Falls has been standing but not operating for, I would like to say, like a good couple of seasons now. It's just been kind of off the grid. But, right here on this sign, it says this attraction is scheduled to reopen this spring. So, hey, that's actually... It is a really good flume ride. If you look at the drop, it is a pretty steep drop. It always catches me off guard. It's pretty intense. That being said, I do think that eventually this area, especially since it's right as you walk into the park, it's like a prime spot to put in like a coaster, like, you know, like, I don't know, like a Raptor or something like that. I feel like it'd fit this footprint perfectly, like a big new coaster for this park. But with Monsoon Falls, it does still make an impression. I like the theming. You know, it's not much, but it's there. So this is it, folks. This is the remnants of the Tasmanian Devil. There's really nothing left here. As you can see, there's the attraction signage still up there. I pretty much saw this coming once Wonder Woman came in, because Tasmanian Devil was pretty much an inferior, older version of that model of flat ride. But yeah, I just wanted to take the time to just sort of come out here and pay homage, because I tell you, when I was a kid, Tasmanian Devil was it. It was, I couldn't do the big coasters until I was about 13, 14 years old, so when I was a little kid, you know, like preteen or preteen and under, going to this park, Tasmanian Devil was like one of the quote-unquote big rides that I could really do. So I've got a lot of fond memories of this thing. And now it's nothing but dirt. Yeah, man, you can still see the, if you zoom up really close, you can still see the wait time counter for it right there. So I'm thinking, we have the boomerang right there, we have this empty space, and then we have the 3D theater that I just kind of briefly shot right over that hill. I mean, I don't know. I think this would be a great spot for a coaster. This is pretty neat right here. I like this little thing. Let's see. So, another relic of the past is the Sky Coaster that used to be right here until very recently, until maybe a couple of my trips ago. And you know what's sad is that I never actually got to do it. It was either a money issue, a time issue, or like a courage issue when it came to me being younger when this thing was here. But, you know, I really do appreciate in this area of the park all the palm trees. Like, you can kind of see how dense it is. This is actually one of my favorite swinging ships, just as far as the location goes, because it actually goes right over the alligator exhibit too, in addition to the background of all these palm trees. Then you also have the boomerang. It's just a very very underrated, kind of picturesque theme park spot right here, I think. Ways. Probably the best themed exterior this park has ever done, hands down. Odin's Temple of the Tiger. And at this point, I am like pretty damn sure that this spot right here is going to be Sidewinder Safari. I mean, hence the, you know, the construction, the signage. It looks like they are actually clearing stuff out for it. I know that the track is in the parking lot. It is coming, folks. It is definitely coming. It's been a long time in the works. And I'm actually pretty excited about Sidewinder Safari just because it's a family coaster that's going to fill a big gap in this park's lineup. Because you have Cobra, and that is a pretty decent family coaster. But I feel like this is going to be another stepping stone between something like Cobra and then literally like the least intense coaster after Cobra in this park is, I don't know, maybe Medusa, because it's so smooth. I mean, if I'm being honest, the coasters in the park tend to veer intense. So this is going to be a nice stepping stone for the families, and I'm really excited about it. And also, I've been hyping it up. I've been hyping it up in my head, and it's probably not going to be nearly as good as I want it to be, but themed queue with actual reptiles are basically going to take a reptile house and turn it into the actual queue for this thing. So I'm all over that. I'm all over that kind of synergy. And alas, one last attraction that has been the dust. But you know what? I think it's a positive thing that the park is, woo, squirrel. Squirrel. Funny. I think it's a positive thing that the park is taking the time to remove all the standing but not operating attractions. And makes me think that they've definitely got a plan going on. Because we've been seeing a lot of these type of signs right here in all these spots where the previously standing but not operating attractions have been. And I don't know, I might want to do a video a little later on about maybe potentially a 5-year plan using some of these spots, because as you guys can see here, this back of the park, back behind the flat ride spot, used to be a flamingo exhibit as well. So I mean, they have a lot of room to work with. They have that sky pad, and then in addition they have whitewater safari right down here, which is, this thing has pretty much been existing in a state of standing but not operating for a good couple of years, at least since the pandemic. And I mean, if you guys look at all this stuff, you know, I feel like this is a great setting once again for some sort of really high-end coaster. I really think the park could benefit from a coaster back here. Maybe something that's a little bit more thrilling than Sidewinder Safari. Like, I don't know, maybe like a GCI Woody back here or something like that. I could totally see that. That's my wish list for back here. GCI Woody in this area. Six Flags, make it happen. That'd be great. Out and back, all the way around, through the palm trees. Oh my God. Oh, I want it.
And to my guests on the Joker stairs, come on in, guys, come on in, come on in. Choose your rows, choose your rows. Come on, guys, come on in. Everyone on the Joker stairs, come on, guys, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't be shy, don't be shy. The end rows are to your right, and the front rows to your left. Come in, guys, come in, 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 come in. Can everyone take a look at your feet? If you guys are staying on or forever yellow lines, please take one big step behind it. Also, please not lean, touch, or shake on the metal gates in front of you. Once again, please not lean, touch, or shake on the metal gates. Thank you.
Hey guys, I forgot to film an outro for the vlog today, so thought I'd do that now. And the main reason I wanted to do that is because yesterday at the park, I actually had a really, really fantastic time. It was honestly one of the best times I've had in the park in a while. The fact that the lines were like non-existent was definitely a help. I mean, I was able to, you know, marathon Medusa. I was in the DC area for about an hour and a half total the whole day at the end of the day, and I was able to get on everything. Some things twice, Joker twice, Batman actually 3 times, because the 3rd time I did it, the guy at the station just let me go around again because there was no one there. Batman, by the way, that ride has been kind of hit or miss for me, but for some reason, the 3 times I did it, all 3 times were like, yeah, at least 2 or 3 solid flips, whereas sometimes when I do that thing, it's hard to even get a full rotation. I'm honestly wondering, like, because I always assumed with that ride, it was like, Batman is the SNS free spin, by the way. I always assumed that the more weight you had on the train, the more you would flip, but maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's like the lighter the train is, so in that respect, I guess it makes sense because the crowds were lighter. I got trains pretty much to myself. Anyways, you don't care about that. What I did really want to highlight, though, in addition to all the construction that's been going on, and the fact that I feel like the fact that they have unified signs, like those Bugs Bunny signs that say like, oh, this area is under construction, we're renovating, like basically kind of like aping the whole like we're imagineering some new magic for you kind of signs that you see at Disney. I thought that was a really good sign. I'm saying the word sign a lot. And then also, they also had signs for certain attractions that have been standing but not operating for quite a while that said they were opening up this spring. So the big three for me that I noticed was Whitewater Safari, Monsoon Falls, and V2. And, or the Flash, as they call it now. Whitewater Safari, definitely, you can see in the vlog, I was kind of like, okay, is this ever going to reopen? It's been closed for, like, literal years. I mean, while I did illustrate in that vlog that a GCI Woody in that spot would be absolutely fantastic for that footprint and for that area of the park, I mean, oh my god. Whitewater Safari is a very solid raft ride. It was my first River Rapids ride. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. It actually is really, really well landscaped. I mean, I would probably say it's somewhere in the middle of, like, it's not as well landscaped as something like SeaWorld's, Infinity Falls, but it's definitely a step up from, like, let's say the Magic Mountain Rapids ride or something like that as far as landscaping goes, or even the California Great America one. But anyways, so yeah, lots of development going on. I am actually very excited about this upcoming season. I honestly think this upcoming season might be one of the best seasons the park has had in a while, because they're recovering from COVID. It looks like they're actually doing stuff with the standing but not operating attractions, whether that be opening them up again, or simply removing them and leaving their footprints for future development, which I honestly think is a marked improvement over just leaving them there. So that's great. That's all great. I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, Sidewinder Safari, I've literally been hyping up this stupid little family spinning coaster for years. It's only because of the themed queue. I am still hyped for the fact that the queue of that ride is essentially going to be a reptile house. I think that's going to be really unique for the park. But I digress. I do think that Sidewinder Safari is going to be a very, very good addition for the park. I'm really excited about it. I'm really very optimistic about it. The park has needed another family coaster for as long as I can remember, and it's also desperately needed another big draw to that side of the park. And that's the big thing, is just giving people an excuse to go to that side of the park. It kind of reminds me of how in SeaWorld Orlando, they just opened Icebreaker, which is really, unless you're going to see the Orca show, like the reason to go to that side of the lake on that park. So it's kind of in a similar vein to Icebreaker's placement in SeaWorld Orlando. One other thing I really need to highlight are the cast members. I thought the cast members were freaking fantastic yesterday. I genuinely mean that. It did look like there was some training going on, so I'm sure part of that was just people, being on their best behavior for training. Medusa was running 2 trains. Medusa was a station wait all day, and yet that crew was just pumping out trains. They were making sure that they weren't stacking. Everyone was super enthusiastic and friendly. I want to give a shout out to a cast member on the Joker. I think his name was Max. And he was just doing the mic for the Joker, and oh my god, dude! I mean, it's like, you want to talk about a cast member who has enthusiasm for his job, wanting to make people's days more entertaining just by waiting in line. That's it. I mean, that was a really great. Hold on, let me. I'm being interrupted. Oh no. That was a really great interaction right there. And the whole Joker crew. I mean, I honestly thought Medusa was the most efficient, but the Joker crew was the best as far as guest friendliness goes. So throughout the day, I was just running into just a lot of very awesome, courteous cast members, and I'm very enthusiastic about that just from like a guest satisfaction point of view for the next season. It really seems like the park, from what I was observing with how the training was going down, it really seems like the park is taking note of capacity, really trying to pump out those trains. I genuinely have no idea how true this is or not, but the guy, this wasn't Max, this was at the end of the night, so Max had like switched positions, so there was another guy on the microphone. And he actually said towards the end of the night, like, come back next week and the Joker will be running 2 trains. Now, I mean, obviously it's like, it should be running 2 trains all the time, really, like, but the fact that, like, I mean, please, like, just put that other train back on that track. That's all I ask. So yeah, very efficient, very, you know, I will say that with the construction going on and some of those empty footprints, it's, you know, it's nice to see those empty footprints, but it's, you know, I'm looking forward to some more landscaping coming in. But yeah, overall, I think I've rattled on long enough. This section of the vlog is probably about as long as all the other video clips put together, which is not great. So I'll let you guys go. But suffice to say, after a very, very rocky 2021 season, like that was a season that almost made me want to give up on having a pass to begin with. I think Discovery Kingdom might be in the mode for a comeback, and I'm very optimistic to see what 2022 brings for the park.